yes. Okay, so today we're out here, it's Tutorial Tuesday, and it's time for you to learn some insane flick ups. This is what they look like. Okay, so if you've missed the last flick up tutorial, then it's here. You can check that one out. There are 3 dope flick ups there, but it's time for 3 more. So let's get to it straight with the first one. I like this one. It's common. It's a slap. It's big for freestyle. It looks like this. I'm going to teach you right now. Okay, so there's 3 steps, and step 1 looks a bit like this. We're going to grip it between the middle of our foot, okay? Right here, almost our heels, slightly our heels, but slightly in the middle, okay? And we're just going to grip it really tight. So right now I'm squeezing in, which means I can jump. It's not going to go anywhere, but we're not going to jump. What we're going to do, this is my strong foot, my right foot. I'm going to lift my leg while squeezing, and I'm going to put it round the back. And you'll see that the ball moves from this part of my foot to the toe. Like so, okay? And you've got to maintain the balance. I find it easier if whilst I'm doing this, I bend my left knee. Bend that knee, there you go. We don't want to bend it too much, just a little bit, so it's just here. One thing that's wrong when people do this flick up, sometimes they go like this and they go straight along the bottom, and you see that the ball's basically on the floor. And compare that to when I do it in the air, okay? In step 3, we're gonna go down, then up with the ball, like so. So we're gonna go down, up. That's what causes the height. If we would just drag the ball along the bottom, we won't be able to go down and up because we're pretty much on the floor, and it'll make it very hard to get height. So if you're struggling and you're not getting any height with this flick up, problem probably is the start. What you're going to want to do, you're going to want to lift the ball a little as you go around, so it's not just flat. So from the back, we're not doing this, we're going up and then down and up, okay? And then when you can get that, you can get it pretty high. I can't do it too high, however, that's good enough. And then with this, you can do some crazy accas. Here's some variations. That's the first skill, that's the slap, and some freestylers are insane at this. Yeah, they can do it continuous. It looks a bit like this. That's mad. I can't quite do that yet. However, I'll practice it. If you practice this flick up, get it down, send it to me on Insta. You know how we do. Now it's flick up too. Okay, so this flick up I've taken from Tiago. What a baller he is. I first saw this skill when I was trying to do it for the Recreating Pro Skills Challenge. If you haven't seen that one, there it is. However, it looks a bit like this. It's a nice one. Put it there, boom, flick up. You know how we do, pretty nice. The way he did it, the ball was actually forwards. He was walking onto the pitch, just casual. Put it there. Oh, he actually put it over his head. It was dope. I kind of recreated it, but nowhere near as good as him. Anyway, we're gonna teach you right now what it is for me. If I do a rainbow flick, I'm gonna put my strong foot against my weak foot, like so. And then I'm gonna go forwards and I'm gonna flick up like this before I back heel. Okay, that's kind of like a little one of these, back heel. That's a rainbow flick. General technique for how to do it. If you want to chew on that, that's up there. However, I say that because it's kind of similar. The way that I'm gonna set the ball, I put my strong foot onto my weak foot. It's gonna go up. However, instead of back heeling the ball, I'm actually gonna lift this weak foot and I'm gonna slam it down when it's at its highest point. 1, 2, you see? So it's like I'm gonna do a rainbow flick. However, I'm not gonna rainbow flick it. I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna delay, watch, and then hit it, okay? So you'll notice that you have to watch over your shoulder the whole time. 1, 2, just like that. And that's basically how we're gonna do it. It's just a delay and it's a slap. It's a slap back down. When I'm hitting it back down, I'm using my weak foot, my left foot, and I'm using this part of my foot. So when it comes up, we hit back down. The way I'd really say this, first, try and get the height. It's an odd motion. We grip it, and then we hop up a little, okay? And what I'm doing, I'm gripping like a T. So I'm gonna put the ball here against my heel, like a T motion. It's gonna come in, I'm gonna grip here, I'm gonna jump up, put the ball up, then I plant my right foot really quick, okay? So I plant that really quick, which means straight away I can lift my left. Boom, and it's ready to kick down. Okay, so all together it's gonna be slight T grip or more flat on, as long as you can see it by looking over your shoulder, that's fine. Flick it up, plant your strong foot, lift your weak foot quickly. If you don't lift it quickly, you won't be able to do it in time. You won't be able to hit it back down. Then the key bit, you're watching, because you want to hit the ball at the highest point. So when you hit it back down, it's got a big movement, so it comes high up. That's kind of the key. So it's going to be just, that's a little one. If you want to do it higher, obviously you can kick harder, but it's all about the point that you hit it. I've never been the best at this one. This one, like Tiago puts it over his head. I don't think I can quite do that. However, you can beat me at this one. If you flick it up, put it over your own head, film it, send it to me, I'll post the best on Insta. You know how we do. This way we're actually smacking it down with our weak foot, which for me is a bit unorthodox. However, I guess you could try the other way, which could work. That one's kind of a bit uglier. But we can get it higher. Alright, didn't really expect to hit that. We'll go for flick up 3. Oh man, can't catch. However, that is flick up 3. I think this one's super nice. I don't know, obviously other players have done this. However, I just started doing it at the pitch. I've always liked this one. I've always liked the flick up. I think it looks nice. This is something that I used to do a lot when I was doing 11-a-side. Just for the warm up, I'd always do this flick up. So it's kind of nice to go back to it. It's time to teach you it. I actually think this is the hardest flick up of the lot. It's a bit weird. It's got some spin. However, it looks super dope. So it's definitely worth learning. You'll be able to do it. I know that. So let's go. So step 1, what we're going to do. We're going to back heel it with our strong foot into our other foot. What I'd say is, it's kind of like doing this flick up, where we roll it back onto our other foot and then we're going to lift our toes. So if you don't know that flick up, strong foot on the ball, roll it onto our weak foot. We're going to put our strong foot down as soon as we roll and then lift up, and we can get under it and it gets height. I find this easier than this flick up. It's when you can get really high, whereas this flick up is kind of, I mean, you can get it really high, it just takes a lot of practice. So anyway, so we've just got this flick up down, bow. We're going to roll it back, flick it forward, and now we're going to try, and instead of rolling it, back heel it, which means the ball's going to be more under us because we've got to reach out in front, and we're going to back heel it straight onto our toe. As we do it, we're going to lift our toe. The way I lift is because it's underneath us. I'm not going to lift like this. I'm going to bend my knee. I'm just going to lift a little, okay? So just like that at the knee. So it's just going to be a little like that. We're just getting used to the flick up. Boom. I've never really done this as a flick up on its own. I always do it around the world, but just like that. Okay, essentially for this one, what we're going to do, we're going to back heel it onto our toe, and we're not going to back heel it hard. We're not going to back heel it. It's a very light hit. It's like we're doing the roll, just a bit of momentum, and it looks a bit cooler with a back heel. So we're just going to do a little back heel. When you're doing this, make sure you're hitting the middle of your heel, because if you're not, then you know it's kind of going to go a bit wonky. If you hit it over here, it's going to go over there. Just make sure it's a normal back heel. Don't miss your foot. I do that. Vitally, warning, do not back heel your own shin. That hurts a lot. I've done that many times. We don't need to relive those memories. You don't need to suffer like that. It's got to be a light back heel. Light back heel, just like this, and just plant your foot. Make sure after the back heel you put all your weight on the strong foot so you can lift your weak foot, and that will help with the flick up. So just a little 1-2, just like that. And it's just 1-2. I think it's something that will take a while. I don't think it will just happen first go. Very awkward. You've got to get the timing of the lift, so you'll get used to it. Just 1-2. That was a huge bug on me. Don't wear yellow in summer, even when there's no sun. Don't know how it's summer in England. Anyway, so we back heel, lift, 1-2, just like that. And if you don't control it, that's fine. We're just getting used to it. And then you get a bit of height. That's when we're going to add the around the world. So we're going to have to get a bit more height. To do this, it's really just timing, repetition. For example, with this move, when you repeat a lot, you can get height. It's the same. So unfortunately, you're just going to have to practice, get used to it. We don't need too much height to add the around the world. We want it just below hip height. If it was any higher than that, it'd be too hard for us to get over it. So to the around the world, what we're going to do, this around the world is an inside around the world with your weak foot if you're battling with your strong foot. I'm battling with my right foot, I lift with my weak foot. As I lift, I'm already starting the around the world. So in the lifting motion, I'm doing the around the world. But to do this, bend at the hip flexor, bend your knee, get around it, try and get your toe around it as well. That's how really good freestylers do it. That's a little pro tip, which I can't really do. But anyway, what we're going to do, we're gonna back heel back, lift that toe, turn in, get it. And you'll notice that as I do it, I'm going to turn towards my weak foot. So I'm going to turn this way. I'm doing this because it makes it easier for me to get the revolution around and to get the ball in time. Notice that as I do it, I'm going to turn towards my weak foot because we haven't got much height. So the key is that as soon as we lift our weak foot, we're going around because we haven't got much time because it's not going really high. So a little bit like that. That one went full behind me, but I was ready to turn, which meant I could get the revolution and still save it. Also, what I think is dope is that it's spinning because of the back heel and because we're turning to do the around the world. When we lift our weak foot, imagine the ball's there, we lift it, we go like this, it's actually going to cause spin, which just makes it look super dope when we do it. So it's a little boom, a little bit of spin, that's nice. Oh, what? Should have been the crossbar, man. I'm sorry. Next. Boom. Crossbar, there you go. Oh, I remember the tip, wait for this. Okay, so the final thing that I think I should add, which I kind of forgot, basically foot positioning at the start. Make sure that your weak foot is directly behind the ball, very close to it. So if I was this way, it's very close to the ball. It means I'm just gonna back heel it. I put my foot down here, so on this side, so I back heel it, put it down here, because we're not back heeling our shin, and then it's just there. It makes it much easier. It actually gets the ball higher, but of course you don't want it too high, so we've got to control that. Just there, boom, boom, boom. Lovely, lovely. That is 3 dope flick ups that you have to learn. Post them all onto Instagram, tag me, and I'll share them on my page. You know how we do, Street Panna. I think I've almost done 25 Tutorial Tuesdays now, so anyone that goes back and learns all of them, post them, tag me in them, and I'll check them out. If you post them on your page, who knows, you might even get a follow back because you've learned all the Tutorial Tuesdays. I think that's a big thing. Definitely proves you're a baller. I know you're all ballers, so make sure you're filming you doing these videos. Let's go. Okay, so that is it for today's video. You know how we do. I hope you enjoyed it. Smash that like button if you have learned something. Also, comment down below what skills you want to learn next week. I know there's lots of people that are saying they want to learn a Rabona. So Rabona GK, I think it's time for us to step up and film that. What are you saying? Yeah, let's get it. Alright. Well, Rabona tutorial coming soon. I also know lots of people want the hard ground moves and the hard akkers. So those tutorials will come soon. But we got to do skills for everyone. So we thought we'd throw some flick ups in because I know everyone loves them. And these are surprisingly difficult. So if you're a technical baller, what I want you to do is take these flick ups, do an insane ack with it. You know how we do. But that's it for this week. Make sure on Sunday you are ready. Make sure you're subscribed and you hit that bell because I'm replying to the fastest comments. And this Sunday's video is pretty damn good. Let's go.